Where's Kevin? Are you there? Just come up here. Kevin. As you can see, by the way, Kevin and I are modelling the latest Prada designs. There's the difference. He has the slim one, I have the one with the Jurassic Park in it. And you know that they were on sale for 15 euros. We've reduced the price now because we want to get rid of them to 10 euros. Those of you that bought them for 15 euros are tough. So, now, I think you will all agree with me that this is a fab hotel. And the people in this hotel have really looked after us whilst we've been here. The food has been superb. I don't think I've seen a sorry or a sad face from any member of staff. George, our big security guy, who's not here at the moment, just smiled at everybody. Everybody got to know George. And oh, there he is. There he is. He's so tall, he's sitting behind the screen. And we've had a great deal of help from the hotel, but also it's just been a delight to be here. And I'm sure that most of you feel the same way. And at the back we have Fabienne, Eleanor and George, who are ready to stand up. George, stand up. I'd like to thank you. We thank you very much for all the hard work of your team. Last night at the party last night, the waiters were dancing around the table. I mean, they were so cool, but so professional, the way things were coming out. And I'm still recovering from that duck as well. Okay, Sally, where are you? Let's come up here.
You'll have to excuse me because at first I've got a sore throat and secondly I'm very shy. I'm sorry, I've got some guests that I just need to take these seats. If they don't come, they will be kissing with tongues. Thank you. The first slide, please. I wanted to just take this opportunity to talk to you a little about our association, the Maltese Association for Psychiatric Nurses. We are a small country and small in number, but we do have, as I'm sure you'll all agree, quite an effective association. The work done by the association is done by a lot of people, and I don't want to, leave anybody out, but looking around this room I can see people that have been involved from day one and have done a lot to help build it up. But one person who's been particularly, in fact, singularly responsible for the Maltese, for the Maltese Association of Psychiatric Nurses is Kevin. Yeah. Later on, there's another picture of his sister so that she doesn't kill me afterwards for putting this as the other one. This is Kevin a long time ago. During the diploma, I think, Kev. In the photograph, you also can see Steve. Is Steve still here? Steve is the person that was mentioned in the opening as being one of the people instrumental in starting Horatio. There's also Marcia. When everybody else got a diploma, Kevin got a diploma and a wife. Where is Marcia? Where is she? Oh. He also got a son, sorry Craig. He's a little bigger than this now. Wait, because I have to see what the next slide is. Okay. Martin, a long time ago, coined the phrase for Marcia and Kevin as Mr. and Mrs. Mental Health, which in fact they are, so maybe Craig, with the genetics, may one day become after today, I'm not so sure, but maybe one day he'll choose to be a psychiatric nurse. Okay. This is Kevin's sister at a wedding. The reason I wanted to put this is, for an event like this to occur, lots of people have people that you don't even know about. And I know from Marcia that Claire and Conrad, who've got nothing to do with psychiatric nursing, have given a lot of time, and for that we're very grateful. As you can see, Kevin's son has also a sense of humour. This is the caring family man. But we all know, all of us looking now. Yes, next slide. Maybe you don't want to rush quite so much. We all know, looking around the room, there probably were more women. We do know that behind every great man there is an even greater woman. Here is the greater woman behind Kevin. The one with the bag on her head is at the end of a shift one day. Marcia leaves just as sane as when she arrived in the morning. Kevin is a man with many interests. And here's one. He likes something called geotrekking, which is some excuse for Kevin and his friends to go around Europe drinking and calling it geotrekking at him. I don't know. There might be more to it than that, but I don't know. Kevin also likes football. In fact, if you've known Kevin for more than 5 minutes, you'll know that he's an avid football fan. This is wrong. Let me try to... yes, Juventus, that was it, Juventus, I remember that. Kevin likes football almost more than anything else in life, so... This is Kevin. This is Kevin when we graduated for the Masters, and I just have to tell you the story that there was me and Terry's Ranzer and Kevin, and we're all stood there like this, and Marcia arrived to take photographs in a church packed with hundreds of people. And we was trying to maintain a bit of decorum, and Marcia fell over a chair and broke it in church. Marcia is Marcia. We would just ignore that, as usual. Of course, in all things, in fact, one of the concerns of the Maltese nurses is that we're mentioning Kevin and not mentioning Martin. They are like conjoined twins. Wherever there's one, there's the other. And you know, I cannot underplay Martin's role in MAPN, but today was Kevin's moment. However, they are good friends, so much so that they don't wear trousers all the time. Close friends. There's many defining moments for Kevin, you know, that I'm sure that he'll remember during his years. I mean, obviously, Phil Barker and Shirley. On a serious note, Kevin's been largely responsible for quite a lot of, not just these conferences, but also the ones that you can see there. This is Kevin when he started MAPN in 2006. This is Kevin now. Those days. This is my favourite picture of Kevin ever. On a day trip to activists. Difficult to take him seriously after that. This is Kevin losing it. And this is Kevin losing it completely. I wanted to say this, you know, we live in a very small country and we have a lot of issues. But like in every country, no hero is really given any credit. And definitely in our country, Kevin never receives enough credit for the work that he does. There's a small quote there that there's two kinds of heroes, typical psychiatric nurse, no references. Heroes who shine in the face of great adversity, who perform an amazing feat in difficult situations. And then there's people like Kevin, who live among us, who do their work unceremoniously, unnoticed by many of us, but who make a difference in the lives of others. Get a bit emotional now. Perhaps you could be upstanding to give a round of applause to Kevin, the President. We've got him a small gift, and just as one last thing, it took us less than half a day probably to raise a lot of money to buy Kevin this, which is a sign. Maltese people are very generous, but we can't maintain it, but they've maintained it for Kevin, and it's just a small token, Kevin. about those pictures.
This was obviously a surprise. I wasn't expecting anything, and I haven't prepared any closing speech. So all I have to say is thank you for coming. I really hope to see you for future events, and you have been able to transform this festival from a conference into a big party, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you. Looking forward to see many of you once again in Malta.